And welcome back to my playground. We're back with bone marrow. And now we are going to create the bone marrow dumpling. And that is going to simmer in a wonderful chicken stock. Now you at home could use any kind of broth, any kind of soup, any kind of stock you want to do. It's all about you at that point. The steps to start making this bone marrow dumpling are as follows. We have brioche bread. Brioche bread is an egg bread. You've seen it I don't know how many times when you're eating your French toast in the morning, whether you're at the diner or some high-end brunch place. It's always about the brioche. It's eggy, it's rich, it's light, it's fluffy, it's everything you need when it comes to bread in the morning. So we're gonna start making these dumplings by adding milk to the brioche bread. We're gonna soak it. And what this does, this creates what they call a panada. It's actually a binding agent in sometimes sausages, pâtés, mousses, things of that nature. And we're just gonna let the milk soak into the bread and get all soggy and soft and luscious like. Now, while we wait for that to soak, which should probably take about 15 minutes, we're actually gonna scoop our bone marrow from the bone into a bowl. We're going to place this in the refrigerator and let it chill just for about 15 minutes. All right, kids, welcome back to the playground, and we're going to get down with these bone marrow dumplings right now. So I've got my bone marrow that's been chilling for about 15 minutes. I've got my bread, my brioche bread that's been soaking in milk, creating our sexy light panada, and that's ready. So now we're going to go ahead and make these dumplings, and what we're going to do is we're actually going to form little balls, dumplings, and we're going to simmer them in this chicken broth I have over here to create a lovely, warm, rustic soup. So let's go. Marrow goes into the bowl. We're going to squeeze the bread, squeeze out all that milk. That goes in together. Now we're going to season this thing up. We have 3 whole eggs, Parmigiano Reggiano, sprinkling of fresh parsley, and the hint of the ever so aromatic nutmeg. We're simply going to mix all of this together, chopping up the marrow, getting it a little bit finer, making sure that all its goodness is throughout the mixture itself. Okay, at this point, we'll actually take the whole mixture entirely, stick it back in the refrigerator just to get it cold again so we can form little balls and simmer them. Here we go. Okay, it's been about 15 minutes. My dumplings are chilled and ready to go. I'm going to grab them out of the refrigerator. I'm going right to the broth. Okay, here we go. Straight from the dough. We're forming these little balls. And we're going right into the broth. So now we're going to let these dumplings just simmer, slightly simmer in this broth just for about 10 minutes until they all rise to the top and they're ready to go. After simmering these dumplings for about 10 minutes, you can see they've all floated to the top. And they're light, fluffy love pillows that are going into our bowl. So our dumplings have been simmering, or poaching if you will, in this chicken broth that I've got over here. And we've put them into our bowl. We're going to pour this hot broth over top of them and let them kind of just float around in there. We're gonna finish the dish with a little bit of extra virgin olive oil, sprinkling of Parmesan cheese, and another touch of freshly grated nutmeg. And that, my friends, are bone marrow dumplings with a light warm chicken broth. Good for every home, warm, comfortable cook. All right, well, I'm gonna give this thing a try. It smells good. It looks good. It's actually amazing. It's almost like I wanna be sick so I can eat this and get better. It reminds me so much of that chicken soup when I was a kid. And the dumplings actually disappear in my mouth. It's actually one of the best soups I've ever had. Bone marrow dumplings, Chef Dibari, Cookery restaurant, my playground, your food. Thanks for coming. Ciao.